Hey family, Conjure Queen here, and I have a special guest that coming back on the channel, Mama Bear. She's here again, and we have some interesting things that we want to talk to you about. So I guess we're just going to dive right into it. Say hi, Mama Bear.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be back. I heard y'all been asking about me. Glad. I'm glad you asked about me.
Yeah. So we glad to have you back on the channel again. So the reason why I wanted to do this impromptu call or session is because me and my mother had a similar dream on the same day. And I know that I told you guys before that me and my mother have spiritual gifts and we're able to see things in the future before they happen. Because Spirit talks to us in our dreams. Just like, my grandmother, which is Mama Bear's mother, is a gift that's been passed down through our bloodline. So the dream, I'm going to tell you guys the dreams that I had, and then I'm going to let Mama Bear tell you guys the dreams that she had. So basically, yesterday I had a dream that I was in Brooklyn Park, which is in, Brooklyn, New York. And I was with a group of friends. We was chilling in the park. And then all of a sudden, there was like this tremor, or like the earth was shaking. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, turned to my friend, I'm like, did you feel that? And he was like, yeah, that felt like a tremor. He was like, oh, that's like, when the earth shakes before the big earthquake. And he's like, if this is just a tremor, then the real earthquake that's coming after is going to be really big. And so after that, I woke up. Now, it's crazy because I was talking to my mother on the phone today, and I was telling her about the dream I had. And then she told me she had a similar dream yesterday, but more detailed and crazy. So I'm going to let her explain to you guys her dream. So you go ahead, Ma. Tell them what happened in your dream.
I was somewhere. First, I was coming from the store. And then when I got in the house, I started feeling the building swaying back and forth. And then I thought it was me, so I stopped walking. And I happened to look up, and I see my chandelier swirling, swaying back and forth. So I said, wait a minute. Is this an earthquake, or what is this ready to happen? And then the whole building started shaking again. Then the building started, people started running and screaming, and the grounds and fire coming out of the ground, manholes exploding, and all these things that you would see on a movie was happening. And I had no way of getting out of my building because the stairs, the elevator stopped working. The stairs broke down. They went crumbled down along with the building that I was in. I'm on the top floor. Water coming from everywhere. It was like a sea of water, and that's what it was. A sea of water coming in as everything going off. It was like a volcano, everything all in one. Even snow and hail was coming down. So I don't know what that is called, but it seems so real that I woke up and I just asked God, please, whatever's coming this way, don't let it be as bad as what I just witnessed. And most of my dreams does come true. Most of them always come true. So I'm asking y'all, if y'all have dreams like that, write it down and write the date down that y'all have these dreams. Because it's very important. It's very important to keep the date. Because it's coming soon. I believe it's going to happen sometime this year. or sometime next year.
I think it's really interesting that you mentioned all of this stuff happening in New York because, right now I'm in Mexico City, but from, to everybody that I listen to and on social media, it's been like a heat wave in New York for the past 3 or 4 weeks, right?
And that's another thing. The heat wave is doing a lot to the earth and the ground. It's cracking. It's doing a lot of things to the core of the earth, and it's shifting. It's slowly but surely shifting. So we don't know what's under those waters that could be coming from under the water when this stuff start happening. They say there are creatures under there. They say there's a whole bunch of aliens under there. Spaceships.
Well, oh yeah, there's military bases underground.
Yeah, and
She's
so
been building them for a while. Go ahead.
And I was saying, if anybody had these dreams, been having these dreams recently, let us know. Write it in the comment and let us know y'all having these dreams too. And maybe we can have a meeting or some kind of something about this, because something is really about to happen. Because look how the weather is. Everybody noticed the weather. Everybody noticed assuming this what's this thing called
the pandemic.
The pandemic that's wiping us out.
Well, there's a lot of things that's going on with the planet right now, and I feel like the world, the earth, everything has been waking up for a while now, and that's the reason why they've been wanting to keep us in the house during 2020, because, the sun is hitting differently, right? Like the sun, since ancient times, they always talk about the ancient peoples worship the sun, or they had a special relationship to the sun god. And so, it makes us wonder. They talk about how the gods of ancient Egypt left and someday that they will come back. And so when they talking about these creatures that live underground or live in the sky or whatever they may be, is portals opening up that's allowing these creatures into our world. Because, mommy, a couple of weeks back, there's this company, this government company or scientists, whatever, they have something called CERN, spelled CERN. And basically what they have is these supercomputers that are able to access portals. What was the name of that movie where they went through these portals and Stargate? So they created these type of stargates, and supposedly, I forgot what day it was July something, I think the 4th, where they were supposed to open up these portals and activate the machine for the first time, so they say. And people were worried because they were saying, oh, this is going to let, creatures and demons and multi-dimensional beings into our world. This is not going to be good. But they've been doing that. There's aliens that walk amongst us. Look just like you and me. What do you think about that?
Yes, I do believe that. And they always been here. They always been here. But now they're more, how can I say? They more adapt into looking more and more like us, so we can't really tell. But if you look into their eyes, their pupils, they don't dilate. And that's how you can tell. Some people's eyes, they don't dilate. When you see a person's eyes look too dark or look weird, they are aliens. They don't look like us. You can pick it up. You can pick it up right away. And just like some of these children that's in this world today, they act like old men babies and stuff. But I say kids, I dealt with kids all my life. And these kids, I look at them now, they don't look the same. They do not look the same at all. They more brighter, they more wiser, they more smarter, they're more, I wouldn't call, they're not mischievous, they're not bad, they're more orderly, have more.
They're rebellious too.
Yes.
Yeah, like they're rebelling against like authority. Like these kids nowadays, like back in grandma's days, you know, kids were more obedient. They listened to what they were told. They didn't ask any questions. You know, kids were meant to be seen, not heard. But now these kids, no, they like, you're gonna hear me. You're gonna hear what I got to say. Yeah. So
yeah,
in
that's
a way,
true.
For parents, that might be like, oh my God, my child is, you know, they don't listen to me. But these kids are not meant to conform. These kids are meant to start a new paradigm shift. They are aliens. You know, they are more advanced than the generations prior to us.
Yes.
And just like these babies, these souls are coming into these babies, you know, there's good and then there's evil. And there's always going to be like good and evil forces here on Earth. And so now that those portals are opening up, these other beings are accessing our world, and they need a vessel, a body. So a lot of the times when you guys be seeing people out here looking like, you know, drug addicts or looking like they on something, especially with all these new drugs, street drugs and stuff going around, it's opening up portals into your soul for these entities to jump inside of you. That's why I really don't like being in bars like that, because these entities, these like low vibrational entities, tend to hang out in bars or hang out in places where that's very low vibrational.
They are alcohol are entities. Drugs are entities. Why you think it's so hard to get off of it? It calls you right back. It's hard.
Yes.
It's entities. It changes your whole personality, your looks, your speech, the way you act, everything. It's like a whole different soul in you. And if you got a black soul in there, you can wind up killing somebody and don't even know you did it.
That's why
so
they so much they black out and they be like, oh, but what happened? Yeah, because you wasn't conscious. Something else took over your consciousness in that brief moment of time and did whatever it had to do, and then left your body when you woke up. That's why they call alcohol spirits. There's spirits inside of them. Right? Our ancestors knew this. That's why they would use alcohol and liquor and wine and stuff like that to pour libations for the spirits, because they're like, okay, we're adding ashe or energy or prana, life force, to our ancestors. So alcohol never really was meant to be consumed like that, right? Like the Europeans came over here and introduced that to us here in the Americas, and then we got so drunk off of it, that's why they was able to conquer us. They put different types of spirits in us that disconnected us from our ancestors, and that's why they was able to do the stuff they did. You feel me? It was a lot of crazy stuff that happened in history from what my ancestors told me. But now what's happening is the same people who conquered our ancestors, who wanted to take over the world and create some type of like one world controlled tyranny, now it's backfiring on them, right? Like we see all these movies about curses opening up, right? People digging up stuff in Egypt. They've been digging up a lot of stuff in New York too. People don't talk about that. Why?
No, that's why New York is even more haunted now than there's a lot of more haunted houses in New York now that they done build up these new places and reconstruct these new places on Dumbo, over there in Dumbo.
Oh, I heard
all these places.
Yep, it used to be a factory.
I mean, everywhere there are a lot of haunted apartments, Yeah, because they done dug up things they shouldn't have dug up.
Yep.
They dug up a lot of demons, things that should not be dug up. And with
Yep.
very good reasons.
And that's why I like that movie, Midnight Meat Train, because it talks about that. How in New York City, there's a whole bunch of demons and aliens and entities that live right below our feet. And that the government knows about it, but they feed them all of those missing people, missing children, missing women, people that go missing, and nobody knows where they're at. And the police don't care about it because the police force knows about it. They're not able to speak about it.
And you know what they take? You know what they take also, Lunch Queen? They also take the special needs children, autistic children. It's something about the autistic children they got to have because it's something in them that they need from them.
It's probably their blood.
Think about it. It's always on the news. Autistic children missing.
Autistic children and specifically melanated children, black children, brown children, Latino children. Why? It's the melanin content in their blood. It's something about them specifically that their organs, their blood, like something, their energy, these demons or these entities need to drink off of it, right? So there's a name for it, Ma. They call it adrenochrome. And supposedly they say that the world leaders, that they do these child human sacrifices, do rituals for these entities to feed them so that way that they don't come up from under the ground. It's like an agreement that the government made with them. It's like, all right, cool, look, you guys can stay here, give us technology, teach us all of this stuff, keep us in power, show us your rituals so we can keep the world under our mind control. And in exchange, we'll let you eat, let's say, I don't know, maybe 100,000 people a year. There's like some type of contract that they got. But now what's happening is that during 2020, when nobody was going outside, people couldn't go missing. So these entities probably started getting frustrated, getting hungry, started coming up. Okay, that's why they want everybody to stay home. They didn't want you seeing what was coming out of the wilderness, out of the waters, out of the forest. Okay? A lot of things were coming out. More videos showing these cryptic creatures coming out. All right, Bigfoot, Mothman, Loch Ness monsters, people seeing UFOs in the sky, like all over. Even in New York City, broad daylight, there was a video showing like 3 lights up in the sky, and this flew off. Because now these entities are no longer, the veil that was shielding us from seeing is lifted. It's been lifted. But only those who want to see will see it. Because some people, what happened is the mind is an amazing thing. You can, if you really don't want to see something, you can condition your mind to not acknowledge it, and therefore it won't exist to you. But for those people who feel like there's more to life than just working till you die and going to school to learn all of this nonsense and lies that they teach us, we know that there's more out there. And so our eyes just open since we were younger, and that's why people like me and Mama Bear, we have these visions and dreams about what's to come. We can tell the difference between aliens and humans by looking at them.
Yep.
Crazy.
Amen.
Yep, but something's coming. Something's definitely coming to New York and all of the coastal areas, okay? I'm talking about LA. You know, if you live like in a coastal area, just be very wary because, you know, volcano eruptions is happening. Earthquakes will be more, you know, frequent. Floods. It's just, I think that's why Spirit moved me out of New York, honestly, because I know something's coming. I feel it.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get you out of New York, Mama Bear. You can't be in New York if there's going to be a flood and earthquakes and stuff.
I know. I'm trying to find my way out now.
And, you know, we're not doing this video to scare people because I hate fear-mongering videos that don't give solutions and make everybody scared. What we're doing is we're telling you the visions and dreams that we have so that you can prepare yourself, so that you can protect yourself and your families. Since ancient times, there's always been stories about like how God or angels came down and gave humans like warnings about floods or disasters and told them what to do to protect themselves, right? Like, in the story of Moses, he told all his people to put the blood of the goat on the door so that the pestilence wouldn't come to them when they was in Egypt. And also, when Moses had his, not Moses, what's his name? Noah had the dream about the flood and nobody believed him. So people like us who have these dreams, right? Like God or Spirit is preparing us for what's to come. So if you're not preparing, then that's on you. But you got the message.
But it's true. Like, we're not trying to scare nobody. We just trying to make everybody aware of what's going on. Who's not aware, people that's still sleeping and not woken up yet, not realizing what's going on in the world, you know? Like this, can I say, this president that we have.
Yeah, you can talk about it.
Where he be? What have he done? Underground stuff. That's where he be at. He don't be on TV like the rest of the president. Think about that. What's his hand into? Because if 3 devils, they said, that's walking this earth, they caught 2. It's only 1, and 1 is in the White House.
Oh, no,
and that was said.
Story.
Oh,
Can
yes.
you tell us a story about the 3 devils? This is my first time hearing about this.
It was 3 devils. 3. Napoleon, Hitler, and we don't know the third one. The third one could be the one that's in the White House now. And they was real devils.
I believe it.
They was real devils. Just like flesh and bone like us. But they had they had powers, they had all that. They was real evil people. Not just evil people. Evil demons. They was demons. The devil. So they believe they got one. And that's why I believe they voted his white behind him to get him.
Well, all I know.
So I don't know how they're gonna take him out. I don't know how they're gonna do it. But I know a lot of things been happening since he got in office. And things are gonna be coming more to turn in bad things. And I hate to say that. As long as he's there and they don't do nothing about it. And I believe it's him that's taking and killing little kids and feeding them, taking people and feeding them to the people.
It's most politicians.
Yes, that's who they are. It's feeding them monsters to keep them at bay.
What it is that people need to just stop, feeling like they need a government to control them, right? Like, the government already feels like people aren't able to lead themselves. They need to be led like sheep. They're not able to think for themselves. And that, unfortunately, that's true for most of the population. But how long will we continue to allow these people, who's a smaller population than all of us all together, control us, dictate our lives? Aren't we tired of living their system? Like, their system is breaking down and we're seeing it happening around us. So yeah, it's going to be a little uncomfortable. Some things are going to happen. The earth is going to, go through some changes. But everything is happening because we're all connected. Just like things are changing.
That's why they're building another world. That's why they're building another world and on another planet. Because they know this planet is not going to last long. They know this planet is not going to last long.
And it's crazy because this is not the first go-round. Like, these entities that hijack different planets and different leaders, they've been doing this for aeons. on different other planets, and now they came to Earth trying to come here, conquer, and destroy this and move on. So are we going to allow them to do that to our planet? At the end of the day, Mother Earth will always have the last say. Why do you think all of this stuff is happening? Okay? People who's not able to take the sun, who's not able to take these shifts that's happening, they're going to perish. Because these are the same people who are tied into the lineage of those who had created this pestilence to begin with that we're going through. Earth doesn't forget. Crazy. Treat mommy. There's videos, like lots of videos I've been seeing online lately popping up of people recording trees moving. Like moving around like people walking up, like just going through the forest, running back and forth. Like, the planet is waking up. The trees are waking up.
Yeah, trees are alive. Yeah.
Now they're more mobile. Now, like, that's what I'm saying. That, like, in fairy tales, they always talk about, like, like in ancient stories, the people would say, like, there were the haunted forest, or trees came alive, or there were elves and fairies, like. This is because this is before the veil was put up. But now that the veil is off again, we're going to start seeing more fairies and demons and angels and all types of creatures coming around us. I mean, overall, though, family, we just wanted to spread the message with you guys and what you guys know about the vision and dreams that we've been having. And if you've been having dreams or visions that's similar to this, or any type of like apocalyptic dreams, let us know in the comment section, because we definitely need to, build on this. Like I said, sometimes all of our dreams tie into a story. Like, I only had the dream about the tremor, which was like the beginning of like the destruction of what's coming to the planet, or to New York specifically. And my mother had like the second part of the dream, where she actually saw what happened after the tremor. So maybe all of our visions and dreams is like a puzzle piece, and we got to put them together to really figure out what's going on and what we need to do to get out of this, or to resolve this.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say before we close?
Yes. Thank you, family, for asking about me. And y'all may be hearing more from me. A lot more from me. Y'all haven't been hearing from me because I have been sick. So I just want y'all to know that's why y'all haven't heard from me. But I'm much better. And thanks for asking about me. And God bless y'all. And thank you.
Well, we glad to have you back. Glad you're doing better. But yeah, we'll do another segment. Thank you, family, so much for tuning in. Once again, you already know if this video has resonated with you, hit that like button, and also subscribe if you want to get more downloads and videos like this, because we're going to be talking a lot more about things that's coming, how to prepare, and a whole bunch of stuff. But anyway, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Mama Bear, for coming on. I love you, as always.
Thank you. And I love you always, too.
And love the family. We are signing out. Peace.
Peace.